Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Tilson Live. It is 2 o'clock. It is Tuesday. You're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, coming at you each and every Tuesday as we do. I'm Eric Allard, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family, joined as I am each and every week, including the first show of 2024 by Dawn Dantzler, Vice President of Marketing Customer Experience for Tilson Homes. Welcome, Dawn.
Eric, how's it going?
It's going great. Everything is going well. We closed out 23 very strong. So thank you all for your support. And we are on and at a fast clip already in 2024. So this is the first show of the year. Jump in and join us. Let's start your year off right. Get in here and get the right information. You're going to build a home on your land somewhere in Texas, anywhere really, but specifically in Texas. If you're thinking about doing something like that, and you should, it should be a life goal of yours, then you are at the right place. You have tuned in to the most knowledgeable, most experienced, most watched live show about building a custom home on your land, particularly in a rural area. I'm being baited right away.
Yep.
I promised Dawn I wouldn't talk about this, but then I quickly rescinded that promise.
Jason, you saved him.
I only have so much space. So I have to, Jason, because that's what we do for our viewers is we bring their comments up. And so, yeah, I can honestly say I went to bed at halftime. I was so tired that, and I woke up, and the same bad dream that I had that A&M lost their bowl game. I had this strange dream that Texas somehow lost, and then the world was right again. So anyway, sorry for those Texas Longhorn brethren. Regret that for you. Would have been a really interesting experience to have y'all play a championship in Houston, but not to be. It is two schools that are probably very happy that they'll be in Houston the second week of January. That is Michigan and Washington State. So my guess is this will be like a summer vacation for them coming down to Houston. Maybe it'll be in the 50s. Who knows? But yeah, sadly,
it might be too hot for them.
Yeah, yes, true. College football is over for those of us in the Lone Star State. We have to live vicariously through our Yankee and Pacific Northwest brethren and moving on from there. But good, because you know what? We got houses to build. We got people to educate. We got all kinds of things to talk about. So jump in as usual. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in. Do you have a New Year's? Do you do New Year's resolutions, Dawn?
Sort of.
Good. All right. Well, folks, if y'all want to share a New Year's resolution, we'll be glad to do that here. We do a little accountability stuff. I have.
So the universe made one for me.
Beg your pardon?
So I had on a whim, several months ago, I was like, I'm going to get a walking treadmill for my office. And then I ordered one from Amazon, and they sent it to the post office, and the post office was like, you have to come get it. I'm like, no. See, I order things from Amazon, so they come to my house. Yeah. So just on principle, I was like, no, you can send that back. And so that was several months ago. And so I processed the return with Amazon, done all the things. And on December 31st, the treadmill appeared on my doorstep. So I was like,
the universe is
clearly the universe thinks I need to walk. Amazon does not even know how to reprocess the order, so free treadmill. Yeah.
Okay, so getting the steps in. That's what Dawn's doing this New Year's. That's what she's doing. I've re-engaged with guitar playing. I'd put it down for
fun
decades almost. So we've gotten back and doing it with the kiddos. So doing a little guitar picking with the kids. It's starting off a lot of fun. It's very humbling for all of us. We are knocking the rust off of the old bicycle chain. But anyway, so that's what's going on. If you got a New Year's resolution, want to share it with us, we'll help hold you accountable this year. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do a little bit.
Particularly if it's buying a new home.
For sure. Definitely. Well, that should be on all of your lists to do anyway. There's a list to do. Improve real estate. Good January 1st resolution. I'm going to improve my real estate. So Anyway, jump in. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in. Dawn, while y'all are doing that, what in the world are we talking about? Because we have a specific one today. We're talking about something specific.
We do.
Let's do it.
So we're going to talk about the Angelina model in Waco. So depending upon the week, it is either our number one or the number two plan that we sell. And so we just wanted to kind of show you guys that gorgeous model if you haven't had a chance to go see it, and also talk about the differences between the model and the base plan. So the changes that we made, and we can actually show you the differences, because coincidentally, this is one that we had rendered. So we have the base standard plan rendered, so we can actually show you the difference between the two, what it would look like regular versus the options that we chose to put in.
Yeah, incredibly versatile plan. I mean, we've done a lot with it just because we use it as like an office as well, and that's given us some really cool ideas. But customers have done a ton of stuff with it that we'll be able to share a little bit of that stuff too. But obviously, ask questions about that. If you got questions about the Angelina, perfect. You're just a lucky person. The other thing, if you got questions about any part of the building a home on your land process, so that might be design, that might be financing, that might be customization, that might be time frames, it might be actual construction, like the nuts and bolts. How's it go together? By the way, we almost with the exclusively, I guess we do use some nuts and bolts in the slab part, but beyond that, not a lot of nuts and bolts going in the homes we build. Really not. But if you want to ask those questions, what we're here for. Any questions about site development, site preparation, we'll answer those questions as well. So if you got questions about septic systems, water wells, utilities, power, culverts, how do I get electricity to my site? But you got the power company telling me this. I got, your representative telling me that. I got the septic guy saying this. I got somebody over here saying the earth is flat. We got all kinds of weird stuff going on. If you have questions about that, get them in here, get them in the chat. We'll answer every one of them. You got a great community of like-minded folks here that want to help you out, just like we do. Some of them are in various stages of the process, from just thinking about it all the way through they finish the home and they're in it and they just enjoy New Year's in there and Christmas. So jump in, tell us where you're watching from, where you're building, what part of the process you're in. And Dawn, let's go over and see who's with us.
Absolutely. So we had everybody who was talking about the football game.
Yes.
Then we've got Christine, who's watching from Tyler, Texas. Our Fayetteville C customized home is moving along at a pretty quick and steady pace.
Welcome back.
Glad to hear that. We've got Natalie building in Spicewood. I have questions about quartz and splatter drywall.
Oh, okay. Well, ask your questions.
Yeah. Let's see. I have half a question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. CMP Carpentry, if you can give me the rest of your question. It looks like we're asking something about cornices.
Occupying the cornice. Got it.
We got Donna building an Arlington D in Marble Falls. They just did the electrical.
Cool. Angelina D.
Angelina, sorry. We got someone on YouTube. CJ in Waco met with Lacey once and looking forward to our second meeting, ready to get the ball rolling as soon as we close on the land.
Very cool. Awesome.
We've got Natalie building a Preston with modifications. We are close to 30 days, but running into some issues that feel really big. Okay.
Well, let's hear.
So I guess that is our questions about the splatter drywall and the quartz.
Okay.
This one. Okay, yeah. So she's asking on the quartz, shouldn't the back panel match the lines? So not always. Yeah. I think I've actually been talking. We saw that you'd put some questions on Instagram about this as well. So we were actually talking to your builder, and they should have been back in touch with you about it. The particular piece that you were talking about, like one edge of your quartz is finished and the other one isn't. So they actually cannot flip it over like you were talking about, because it's the unfinished edge that's down. So there's not a way to make those back panel lines match exactly.
Yeah, I've seen it done on very rare occasions on like a huge island in like this particular was like a 7,000 square foot custom home on Lake Travis. Okay, but it was the island was 14 by 14 feet. The island was 14 by 14, not the bedroom, the island. And then there was a way, I guess the slab was thick enough where they did what's called a butterfly pattern, where they truly cut it and butterflied it, almost like you would a pork chop or a steak. Sorry, I like meat. That's what I think about when I say butterfly, but also like a butterfly wings, those two. And they can put those together, and they did that for that particular. But I've never seen it done like what Donna was saying. where they match up, like either in the corners or on the sides, apart from that one situation. At first, I was thinking about the backsplash. I was like, well, it's tile on the backsplash. It shouldn't look the same. But yeah, you got the right
Yeah.
answer. And then we got on splatter, or do we have splatter?
We do have the splatter texture. The drywall looks like it has 10 million holes in it. That was something when we asked the builder, they said that it should kind of settle out. And if it doesn't, they'll come in and retexture to make sure. So I think at that point, the point that I saw it, it was still in like the drying phase. So reach out to your builder and they can kind of tell you what the next steps are there. But we're not going to leave it with 10 million holes in
Also
it.
hasn't been painted. It sounds like it maybe not have been painted
Yeah.
either.
So I know it feels big, but these are small things that we can work through. Then let's see. We've got trying to find. I was jumping around to get her stuff. So Jason is asking, is black cabinets an option? We really want white cabinets, but we want the island to be black. Is that possible? Yes, we do have a black cabinet option. So yeah, that's absolutely possible. All right. Well, let's take a look at the Angelina.
Let's check it out. Y'all can keep dropping your questions into the chat. Of course, we'll answer every one of them. But we're going to get started and showing everybody the Angelina.
All right. So the model elevation, this is what it looks like normally. The Angelina B. The Angelina does have 4 elevations that are available, and we did kind of this craftsman kind of look for the model. And it's just a great plan, very versatile, a little over 2,000 square feet. Just is a good thing. This is what the model looks like. Like Eric mentioned, we are using it also as our office space. So what you are looking at here with this kind of side view is what the home would look like if it had the attached 2-car side load garage. That's the space that we are utilizing for our office. So everything that Eric is currently circling with the little arrow, that is the extra garage space. And that also does increase the size of the porch, which we'll show you a little bit more of that as we get further in. So this is the standard floor plan for the Angelina before you start making changes. It is a 3-bedroom plus a study. And that study, honestly, you could classify it as a bedroom as is. It's already got a closet in it. So you could call it the 4th bedroom. In our case, we do call it a study. And then it also has 2 baths. So you've got your master suite bathroom, and then you have a shared hallway bath for those additional 2 bedrooms and a little over 2,000 square feet. Very open floor plan. So you've got that kitchen, family room, dining area all connected. It does come standard with a very sizable front porch as well as a very big back porch. And it is a true split bedroom. So your secondary bedrooms and study are completely on the other side of the home from the master suite. So everybody has a very private space.
Yeah, great back porch and huge utility room too. You got room for freezer, big pantry. It's a great floor plan.
Yes. It's very nice. For the model, we did a lot of things. The first thing I'll address does not have a number on it, but you see there's like this little grayed out thing. If you go and visit our model, we are using it as office space. So we actually did put an additional office and break room and all of this on the side of the house. That is not a standard option in the plan, which is why I've kind of grayed it out. But just to be aware, if you go and you see there's kind of this jut out on the side of the home, that would not be part of the option if you added that side load garage. That is just our extra office space. But the things that we did do that are options that you guys could do is, we did add the space for the attached side load 2-car garage. We do have it outfitted as offices, but that would usually be a garage. We added in the powder bath option. As well as in the family room, we did the rear covered porch with a cathedral ceiling, which automatically also raises it to a cathedral ceiling in the family room. So it does 2 things, but it's one option that you would choose. We then also put in an electric fireplace in the family room just to show that and to show you the space where it would go. We opted for the alternate kitchen in the model. And then we also actually raised the ceilings in the kitchen and the dining area up to 10 feet. We did the alternate master bathroom option. So in the usual plan, you would only get the walk-in shower, but we did the option to add in that soaking tub, so that you would be able to see that. And that also makes some changes to the master closet that I can talk about when we get into that area. And then just because we are using that garage as office space, we did some changes to the drop zone and utility room that I'll talk about when we get to that area of the home. But we just moved some things around to make sure it functioned better as an office space. That'll be a little different when you do it as a garage. All right, but let's look at the video.
Let's check it out. As you walk up to the Angelina model that we have here in Waco, you're gonna notice we've opted for a true craftsman exterior. So you're gonna see hardy plank siding, brick bases, a brick wainscot, tapered columns, quintessential things you notice in a craftsman design that are really, really beautiful. Part of the craftsman design you're gonna notice that we've done, particularly the way the sales offices are offset where the garage would ordinarily go, it makes for one of the largest covered porches we have on the front of any of our homes. What's unique about that is not only could you enjoy the sunrise or sunset, this one you could actually hang out in while it's pouring down rain and really enjoy the full scope of nature. As you walk into the family room of the Angelina model home, your eyes are going to be drawn upwards towards the big beautiful windows we've opted for our cathedral ceiling that continues all the way out to the back covered porch, allowing natural light to just pour to that family room space, opening it up wide for lots of entertaining. So what you're going to notice in the family room is we have large furniture to prove that it can accommodate so many people, such an open space. The focal point we've opted for is an electric fireplace with a beautiful TV above it. We've done kind of a different type of stacked stone tile work to kind of offset a more contemporary look and help show you what we're really capable of. One of those beautiful parts of the family room here in the Angelina you're going to notice is the fixed glass windows that are all across the back of the family room. And the ones we've opted for on the cathedral ceiling even come above that. But even in the standard home, you're going to have a nice tall ceiling with beautiful solid glass windows all across the back of that family room, just allowing a lot of that view of the outside of your beautiful piece of property.
All right. Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful home. So this is the front of the Angelina, and I've pulled the floor plan so you can see kind of what changed when we added on that 2-car garage as well as the covered porch. You can see it's already a huge porch in the standard design as well, but putting on that 2-car garage just makes it even larger because you get almost the full depth. It's probably about 2/3 depth of the garage space in front porch. So like Eric was mentioning in the video, like it could be pouring down rain. You could be on that porch having a good old time. It is very much a nice big covered space.
I gotta give credit to David Bibiano for encouraging me to talk about the front porch in this particular, because it's so huge.
It is. It's very big. It's almost its own room.
Yeah.
It's just so much space. And then you've got the wonderful craftsman look, and I love the colors that we picked for this house too. There's a better close up of the front porch. We've got 2 sets of furniture out there, but yeah, just big, great space, open and inviting. We do have that pedestrian door coming off the porch because that is the entrance to our sales office. That is something you can add if you want to, as well if you do this option, and then just the big beautiful front door as well. Just a great welcoming space. This is the foyer. So this is what it looks like as you come in over to your right there. That is going to be the hallway that leads to the powder bath as well as the study. But then you just go straight through into that living room. And the family room, this is what it looks like in the model. And I went ahead and pulled the specific parts of the floor plan on that so you can kind of see what changed. The biggest things, like I mentioned, is that we did do the cathedral ceiling option on that back porch, which makes it a cathedral ceiling in the family room. We wrapped that in the rough sawn lumber so that you're getting that wood beam in there. And then you get the beautiful truss on that back porch and just views, windows, all the views and natural light coming in. And then we also did that electric fireplace with the stacked stone on the front of it. And it's got that space that you can hang the TV on, which obviously we took these pictures before we did that, but this is what it looks like without it.
It's pretty without it.
Yeah, it is very pretty without it. This is what it looks like in the regular floor plan. So you can see this would be the normal layout of there without the fireplace and without the cathedral ceiling on the porch. This is the regular ceiling height. It would be a 10-foot ceiling in that area. And the other thing that you can see that I do want to call out, because that's like I mentioned, we did raise the ceiling in the model in the kitchen and the dining space. In the regular plan, that would be a 9-foot ceiling in those areas. You can see kind of that where the ceiling the height changes between the two. All right. Looks like we had quite a few questions come through. So I'm going to pull those up. And we have Sharon joining us, who's about to close on our Angelina in Gillespie County. Love my huge pantry that we customized. Awesome. Yeah. Very good. We've got Anne wishing us a happy new year from Fayette County. Hey, Anne, happy new year to you.
Anne, welcome back.
We've got Amanda looking forward to my Angelina A in Brazoria County. The foundation prep is happening now. Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, nice.
We love it when it's about to start. So it's going to be pour time soon. We got Danny had a foundation change order, and it states 11 inches start, 0 inch out of OOL, which means out of level, 12 by 38 interior and exterior beams, 16-foot hard points. Understand the beam part, I think, but was wondering on what the other things mean.
Yeah, so, and I apologize for them using acronyms. We should not be doing that on change orders because they don't mean anything to anyone except us internally. So apologies for that, Danny. But yes, 0 out of level, OOL, probably means we're building your house on a pad is what that typically means. There's very, very few places that are actually flat as a pancake. If they are, you typically find yourself on the coast of Texas. So, an 11-inch start height, that makes sense to you. Said the 11-inch start. So that's how high, which is 2 2x6s. Or 1 2x12. A 2x12 is about 11 and a quarter inches in width. 2 2x6s, that'd be 5.5 and 5.5 inches, which is 11 inches. So the side of your form will start at 11 inches high. That's where the concrete will start.
So that probably means the pad is 11 inches high, and then we're pouring.
No. The pad it may be 2 feet high, maybe 4 feet high. This has nothing to do with the pad here. This is on the top of the pad, which is flat, like a flat trapezoid.
Okay.
On top of that, we're going to set forms, and those forms will be 11 inches tall, and that's where your slab. So your slab will be 11 inches above whatever the top of the pad is. So you'll
got it. So it means that the slab is 11 inches tall itself,
exposed, and then it goes into the ground. So that gives us these 12 by 38, which are very big beams. So like we've talked about before on some of our other videos, foundations kind of look like an upside down waffle. I guess waffles are the same either way. Foundations look like waffles before they're poured, inverted waffles. And so there are little kind of cross sections going each direction, usually about every 10 to 12 feet on center. And those are your interior and exterior beams. So exterior beam, simple. All the way around the perimeter of the home, there's a beam. And in this case, the engineers call for that beam to be 12 inches wide and 38 inches tall, if that's what it says. Usually I see 26 or 28. 38 is really big, but it's totally possible. So 38 inches, that's 3 foot 2 inches. That means that from the top of that 11-inch start, so the top of the slab that's sticking out, to the bottom of that beam is going to be 38 inches tall, all the way around. And it's saying interior and exterior. So that means going both directions throughout your foundation. You have 12-inch wide by 38-inch tall interior and exterior beams. Hard points. All right. So what that typically is probably, again, this makes me think it's built on a pad. On the back side of that pad would be the low side of your property, which would be the high part of the pad, the thickest part of the pad. A lot of times the engineer will want us to dig down through the pad to what's called undisturbed soil or virgin soil. So they're calling for however many lineal feet of that. So they may want a 2-foot section here, a 4-foot section here, or another 2-foot section there, or 8 2-foot sections. But it's a touch point for that concrete to go all the way through the entirety of the pad and then into the undisturbed soil, the natural soil. And that's really just to hold that foundation in place so that regardless of what that pad does, that foundation is nice and tight there. So that's a pretty beefy foundation. So that's obviously based on something that would have been revealed in geotechnical investigation. So
Mhm.
yeah, yes, it's not level. I didn't figure it was, but I know where Natalie's going with that though, because yeah, when you're in the hill country, you're shooting for maybe something less than 24 inches, closer to 12 if you can. But yeah, typically this means this is a North Texas, North Central Texas or North Texas foundation where we do a certain amount of pad allowance already included, no matter what. And then we price a foundation that's on flat ground, even though the pad is priced separately. So, yep. And yeah, Natalie's saying theirs was 70,000 for out of level, which it could be by the time you do a pad in this, it could be that,
All right.
but not necessarily. Hopefully that
All right,
helps.
we got Kathy piggybacking off Jason. So we were able to have white cabinets in the kitchen at an additional price, but will there be a fee for mixing it up? For example, the black island and possibly black cabinets in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot, but it does cost a little bit extra to do the multiple colors. I think two are included if you want to do something in the kitchen and something else in the bathrooms. But a lot of times people get into is they'll do two in the kitchen and then a different one in the bathrooms, or maybe you can pick one of the two that you like in the kitchen and do that in the bathrooms, in which case it wouldn't be extra. But I believe the black is an upgrade anyway. So,
All right.
right.
Jason's saying we've decided that we want an attached side entry carport instead of an enclosed garage. Are there any examples of what the carport may look like?
We'd have to show you just a big covered porch is essentially what it's going to look like. I don't think we have any pictures at the ready. I'm sure we have some in the internal file that maybe we could get over to Mr. McDaniel.
Yeah, if you send us, Jason, if you shoot us a private message, we can get the team looking and we'll make sure that we can send you some pictures of what a carport would look like. Right. Common Man is asking, what is the cost of a 3-car garage?
All right, so on the Angelina, it's going to vary from plan to plan. On this plan, it's probably one of the higher ones. It's going to be close to $75,000. Be really, really close. Depends on overall exactly what size you end up being. That I typically do like 33 or 34 by 22 feet. But they're going to be somewhere in the $65,000 to $80,000 range. Somewhere 65 to 80, which is pretty close on most of our plans.
All right. Lisa is sharing, just spent our first Christmas and Thanksgiving in our new rock wall on PK Lake. Big kudos to the whole Tilson team out of Weatherford. Our home is beautiful, and Cal did a terrific job addressing anything that came up. We couldn't be happier with it. Oh, and Hookem, proud of my Longhorns and their fantastic season.
Had a good season. Strong season.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great to hear. And we will definitely pass that along to Cal and the rest of that team.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Misty joining us from Mansfield, building the San Jacinto XL in Hood County. I'm going to try for the foundation pour on this Friday. Awesome.
All right.
We've got Betty saying, Happy New Year. Betty from Schulenburg, building in Waco County. And Tilson poured our slab on 12/22 and started framing on 12/29. And we are super excited for 2024. Awesome. Yeah, sounds like it's going to be a great year. Natalie's sharing she has 4 different cabinet colors, white, honey wheat, and black and green throughout the house, and she loves it. That's awesome. Let's see. And yeah, she is sharing her out of level experience. Make sure that you're considering budget for driveway for that and all of that stuff. So yeah, lots of things to consider. And she said the extra price for all of her cabinets is worth it for that customized look throughout the house.
Yeah, again, I think it's pretty minimal. Given what you're paying for the cabinets themselves, the upgrade is not a whole lot.
And Danny's saying, yeah, his foundation's definitely beefy because he's in Princeton. And he's saying that is actually one of the reasons he used us for sure, was that he knew we would check that out.
Danny,
so.
we fully understand here at Tilson Homes that God created North Texas for farming, not for home building, but yet people live there anyway. And so we make accommodations for the homes to last. Great soil for growing stuff. Fantastic. Houses.
Which means the soil moves a lot.
A lot of nutrients in it, though. Very good.
Yeah, very good. Your garden, going to be excellent.
It is.
Going to be excellent. All right. Well, let's take a look at the kitchen and dining room.
Sure. Y'all keep asking these great questions. Keep putting the questions in the chat. We'd love to answer them.
All right.
So once you're into the family room space, you're going to notice that it's wide open to a beautiful kitchen, which is the centerpiece of this home. We've opted for an alternate kitchen design that has a large one-level island for a lot of workspace, a lot of entertaining, bar stools under it, beautiful 10-foot ceiling in the kitchen and dining space. So it's really easy to see how you and your family could enjoy this entire space. Part in the family room, part in the kitchen, part in the dining space, everybody in there together. So as with all of our homes, you're going to notice the 42-inch upper cabinets, full extension drawers, a tremendous amount of storage in the Angelina's kitchen, particularly the one that we've opted for. So you've got storage on the side, a good workspace. You have two-piece cooktop and separate oven. We have a microwave above. You could opt for a double oven if you like. And then a beautiful workspace on the island, sink, dishwasher in there that makes for a very clean and contemporary look. One of the things you're going to notice that we opted for in the Angelina is a beautiful wood vented hood that's a gorgeous focal point that you can do it in this kitchen and with all of the kitchens in a Tilson home. So what we opted for when we designed the Angelina is what a lot of our customers want, which is one large dining space for the home. And we've absolutely nailed it on the design of the Angelina. So what you're going to see is we've opted for the one space. It can accommodate 6 people easily. You can expand it out to make it 8 or 10 people without too much trouble. But the beautiful part about it is it's on the back of the home, big fixed windows, taking in more of those views of your property.
All right. So yes, absolutely gorgeous kitchen. I love this. It's one of our newer cabinet colors, that reclaimed driftwood. I just really love that light color, and just very, very impressive space. Feels very wide open, very light and bright. And that wood hood is absolutely gorgeous.
It is, yeah. It was a hit. Of course, for the grand opening, we had people we had mentioned this for the family room, but we had, I don't think, what, over 50, 60 people in the space.
Yeah, we set up rows of chairs, and I want to say there was like
Yeah.
60-ish, whatever was allowed by fire code. That's how many people we had in there, Eric.
Right. Of course. Of course.
But yeah, this is just a great space. This is the alternate kitchen layout that you're seeing, which is what we opted for in the model. And like I mentioned earlier, we did raise that ceiling an extra foot just to which brought a little bit more brightness into the space, made it look a little bit larger. But so much counter space and cabinet space, and that island is just huge. I see somebody asking for the actual dimensions. I will see if I can pull that
I've
up.
got it pulled up.
Eric's faster.
Just luckier. Just luckier. So it's 9 feet overall, which doesn't really count the overhang of the granite, of course, but it's 9 feet long, I guess you want to say, and then so this way is 9 feet, and then this is 4 feet this
Mhm.
way. So it's 9 by 4. Then you got about a inch and a half, 2-inch overhang all the way around it with the with the quartz in this case, or granite, whichever one you're using. So
Yep. Yeah, it's just gorgeous, and I love that there's actually storage in the end of the island too, that
yeah,
it's
both
so
sides.
large.
Sure.
Yeah, lots of space there, and as you can see, we've got 4 bar stools, up there, and they're actually larger bar stools. If you want a little bit smaller, you could probably get another one in there if you wanted to, but yeah, just a great kitchen, and I love, you can't really see it in these pictures, but you can see it in the video, the backsplash is just gorgeous.
Arabesque, the pattern is called.
The arabesque pattern.
That was new to me.
And then your PowerPoint is just not liking us today.
Yeah,
You're going backwards.
there we go.
All right. This is what the
Back
regular
living in 2023.
this is what the kitchen would look like, just as the plan is designed. So a little bit smaller, but still very spacious. Good counter space there, and a little bit of a smaller island, but a very good layout. For that space. And in the dining area, this is what it looks like. In the model, we have got 6 chairs around that table. You could honestly go a little bit bigger if you wanted to. But yeah, just beautiful. And you've got those windows that look out onto your property. Just so much natural light coming in. And then this is what it looks like based on the plan. So really the only change we made in that area was to raise the ceiling, which does cause it to be a little bit slanted in the back just to make everything work. But yeah, just beautiful, beautiful home.
Love it.
Let's see. We do have Jolene has another question.
What
So
do we
let's
got?
answer that before we move on. She says, we are building in Hayes County.
Nice.
Are the standard cabinets soft close or is that an upgrade?
So it is an upgrade. So they're not going to be soft close standard. And the drawers, you're looking at about $100 each to upgrade those to soft close, and then the doors it's about $30 each to upgrade those. So I do on the drawers, the guides actually end up going underneath the drawers as opposed to on the sides. So it's a little bit different. Actually, not a little. It's a totally different design. To do the soft close, but I would say it's worth it. It sounds like a lot of money. You don't have as many as you might think, and it's not a large amount. And to me, it's worth doing. I did it in my house. If
Yeah.
you have children or guests, it is. What I will say is be careful when you are used to using them. You go to someone else's house that doesn't have them. You end up slamming a lot of things. It's kind of like the commodes.
You're gonna be that person.
Yeah, you end up being that person.
And what a lot of people do is they only do that upgrade in the kitchen since it is kind of out in the open area, and the bathrooms, the doors are usually shut anyway. You tend to be there alone. And Natalie's saying that upgrade cost is absolutely worth it, and they did it. So it's definitely a matter of how you want to do it. But let's take a look at this master suite.
Let's check it out. So the Angelina comes in at just over 2,000 square feet. Of course, you can opt it to make it even larger than that if you needed to. And it also is a true split floor plan in that the master's on one side and the spare bedrooms are on the other. The beautiful part about it being a true split floor plan is how private the master suite is for the owners of the home. So after your long day, you retire back there, you've got beautiful views of the back of your property through the beautiful windows in the master suite, accommodates very large furniture, has a gorgeous master bathroom. We've opted for the tub and separate shower, which really makes great use of the space, dual vanities, lots of cabinet storage, and a gorgeous walk-in closet. You're gonna notice some really cool features that we've put into that master bath, not just the quartz countertop that's on top of the tub that really makes a nice contemporary feel. You've got arabesque tile accents that marry up with the arabesque tile that's on the backsplash of the kitchen. Just really beautiful elements that help tie in all the elements of the home together. Gorgeous semi-frameless shower glass. Just a really beautiful master bath.
All right. So here is that private master bedroom that is, right behind that kitchen area space. And yeah, off by itself on one side of the home, and just gorgeous space. Very, very large. We have king size furniture in there, and as you can see, there is lots of space to move around. So very generous master bedroom.
This is my fault, not the computers. I can blame the computer the last couple times, but this is all me.
And here is the master bathroom as we've done it in the model. We did go for the alternate master bath layout so that we can show what a soaking tub looks like in this location. So the regular layout is going to have just the walk-in shower. So yeah, what Eric just advanced to, this is the normal bathroom layout. So you would have a very large oversized walk-in shower. But we opted for the alternate master bath, which gives you the soaking tub as the separate soaking tub and still a very generous walk-in shower. I think it's actually still the same size. It's just a little bit of a different configuration. We did also add some extra cabinetry on the vanity space on that countertop. We actually put a appliance garage in there so you can hide all the hair tools and stuff like that, just to show that option. So that is something that's available for you if you're interested in it. It would come just as a flat surface if you chose not to do that.
Also for New Year's, Dawn, I'm parting my hair on the other side.
Okay, sweet.
Yep.
I was thinking that something was different. I thought you looked a little bit different.
I have hair tool. I have clippers. They can go in here.
Okay. Fair enough. The other thing that happens with this option is you get a much larger master closet. So you can see kind of how that space changed. And there are a few, when you were looking at the Angelina, there are a few configurations on this master closet, depending upon what options you choose. I think the straight up option on the master bathroom actually would have an additional row. So kind of where the little tiny arrow is pointing that's labeling the closet, there would be another a little bit over, Eric. The other down the new one there. So right where kind of in the middle of the really large closet, there would actually be another wall of shelves and rods. But we went with what you get with the garage, which is not to have that, and then you just have the open space. So there's lots of things that you can do with this closet.
But
And
you can
very
effectively
large,
make it a
generous.
his and hers without
Mhm.
having two separate entrances, which is nice.
Right. Yeah. So lots of
Gentlemen,
options.
defend your territory. Hold your ground.
Get
Encroachment is
your
a real
stinky
thing.
shoes on a different area than my shoes.
Encroachment is a real thing. It's funny in our when, Rachel actually had more shoe space than I did because that makes sense.
Oh
But
yeah.
there was a little thing in our where the shelves on her side were deeper. Well, guess whose boots won't fit on the side she designed for him? Ha! So I got to overtake her side because turns out my shoes are all too big to fit on my side that she designed. So, where she could fit like two sets
Oh,
of her shoes. So anyway, she's really thrilled about that.
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the standard master bathroom, and then the next slide is going to show you what the model closet looks like. Just very large, lots of space, lots of shelves, lots of hanging space. Just yeah, everything should fit in this closet.
Yeah, no problems. If it doesn't fit in here,
Yeah,
get rid of it. Time to go.
yeah. If it doesn't fit here, your New Year's resolution needs to be to kind of power down. Like
Yeah.
let's declutter. Let's declutter. All right, let's see. We did have a couple of questions come through. Um, we've got Natalie talking about that there's options to add timers on the fans. If that's something that you're interested in, it's available as an option. So thanks for sharing that. Donna is asking, looking at the entrance to the master bedroom, I'm concerned that our large dresser can't fit through that entrance. Do you know how wide a furniture can fit through there?
Yeah, so she's asking about kind of making that turn. You got plenty of space,
Yeah.
a 3 foot opening going from the dining area in, but sometimes people making that turn is tough. It's the I haven't had we've had this set up in houses going back to the late 1990s. I remember specific, like I'm sorry, late mid the Bridgeport, the MS 94-4, so 1994. It had this very similar setup, and we never people that, as far as I know, didn't have issues getting into. One thing you might think about doing if you really are concerned about it, um, instead of going, so it has a 3 foot opening going into the hallway. You might widen that doorway going into the mat from a 2 foot 8 inch to a 3 foot door. That might be something to consider. Not might be. I would totally do it. It costs zero to do that. So go
Mhm.
to a 3 foot or 36 inch wide door. So you want a 3068 door going into that master instead of a 2 foot 8 inch, and you won't have a problem fitting very large furniture in there. Unless it's bigger than your dining table, which is it's probably not, then you're not going to have an issue getting that in there. It's unless it's wider than if it's wider than 3 feet, you're gonna have a problem. But
Right.
that would be a big, big, big dresser. So it's two. Most of them I've seen, the biggest I've seen are 2 feet or 24 inches deep, which is how big the cabinets are if you think about it. So the cabinets kind of going into the back, we're able to get all the cabinetry, goes in after the sheetrock stage, and we're able to get all of that cabinetry that you see in the bathroom goes through that exact same 90-degree turn. So,
Mhm.
and the countertop that goes on it.
Yeah. Skilled movers should be able to do it and just, pad the walls maybe if they're if you're worried about it. Let's see. Kathy's asking knobs and pulls on cabinets. Are those included with cabinets? Or are they considered an upgrade?
They are included, and we have a lot of different options. So they have just the regular standard pulls all the way, knobs all the way up to the big over the top unnecessary pull-up bars that you can use to open your cabinets with.
All right. And a friend on YouTube's asking, what would the dimensions of the larger closet be with the alternate bathroom? My wife has a lot of stuff.
So is that the one that's in the model?
That's the one that's in the model, yes.
Yeah. So Well, it's not completely right because the sales office is taking up part of that. But it's 12 feet wide. It's very close to 12 by 12. I'll pull up the.
It's a bedroom. It's a
It's
bedroom.
about the size of a bedroom, truly.
Mhm.
So he's like, "Oh, perfect," because she's already taken over a bedroom with all of her stuff. That I get that. Actually, Wendy in Spring inspired me. The first time she ever did that, she remodeled an entire bedroom and turned it into a closet. That happened.
Mhm. It was impressive. It was impressive. I saw it. It was very nice.
It was something.
It had an island in the
It
middle and
did.
a
Yeah,
yeah.
it did.
Some people are into that.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the rest of this house and y'all keep dropping your questions
For
and we
sure.
are going to answer every single one.
So on the side of the home opposite the master suite are two really well appointed spare bedrooms. So they're great for if you have guests staying, nice private area, or if you have kids growing up in there to do their homework and get some rest. They share a bathroom, which got lots of storage space in there. You have a laundry hamper cabinet, a big linen, plenty of storage, beautiful shower, and we have an option to make a Jack and Jill bath if that works better for you and your family. So immediately off the foyer when you walk into the Angelina, tucked away very privately, is a study. We have it set up as an actual study or home office. It could easily be made into another bedroom or actually a flex space, dining space, whatever you need it to be. It's a very, very flexible space, easy to get to, and we've opted also for a half bath off there for guests to use. So the Angelina does come standard with a beautiful covered porch off the back of the home where the family room is. And we've opted to take a cathedral ceiling that's in the family room and extend it all the way through to the covered porch. Beautiful truss, nice high ceiling, allowing you to enjoy that outdoor space that you bought the land for to begin with. We've also opted to put a ceiling fan out there in the model home just to make it a little bit more comfortable and show you what you're capable of doing in your home. So as with all of our homes, we've got LED lighting throughout. You got LED recessed cans in the kitchen and most family room areas. And in the Angelina, you're gonna notice we've opted for a beautiful light fixture package to kind of show off what's available to customers. So we've got a gorgeous fan in the family room. It has a very old world feel to it. Beautiful light fixtures that really show you what you can do when you make the home your own.
All right.
And I need to go back and correct something that I said to Common Man. So on the closet,
Okay.
it is 12 feet, like I said, but then it's 6'5", 12 by 6'5". In the if you go to the custom options on the website and do the alternate master bath, it's 12 by 6'5".
Okay.
And also, you're going to need to change your avatar, Common Man, and your handle because you've been busted.
I was telling Eric that I suspect that potentially your wife entered the chat.
Thoughts and
It's
prayers for
all
Common
good.
Man, everybody.
If that's the case, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, this plan has very generous secondary bedrooms. So these are great for kids or guest space. And yeah, we've got these. This is full size furniture in both of these, so very sizable rooms, lots of space, and they have very big closets as well.
We have helmets for Common Man to borrow. Um, put one in your master closet for you.
I think he just lost half his stuff. All right. But yeah, very, very good size bedrooms in this space. And like I said, both of them have a good closet. They are separated by a hallway bath that is in between the two. So even they have their privacy from each other. So you're not going to have too many complaints about noise and all that. But good, nice hallway bath in there. I like the way that we did the accent tile just to add a little extra something to the space.
Oh yeah.
But good size bathroom that they've got there to share. And then we also, like I mentioned, we added in the powder bath option off the study. So that does create a hallway off of the foyer. And then you've got your typical powder bath in that space. And then your study is off to the side in front of it. And then this is the study, which, like I said, we have staged it as a study. It already has a closet in it and it has egress, so you can get out safely. So technically this is a bedroom. Um, but yeah, so very, very easy to use this bedroom and use as a study. as we use it in the model. But yeah, right there in the front of the home. So it's a good place if you're working from home.
Pretty view.
This is the utility room and drop zone, which are off of the kitchen and would be connecting into the garage space. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we did do some moving around with this space just because we are using it as an office space. So we did relocate where the door entering out into the garage would be, and actually changed up the space. When you do the garage, you do get the drop zone that you do not have in the base plan. But we actually added a little bit of a wall to the utility room and added a sliding barn door there because of the way it looked when we moved the door in the space. So just something to be aware of if you do visit the model and you are building the Angelina, to kind of talk to the teams about if you like the layout like it is, that is something that we would need to change.
Yep.
When you go to build it. But yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful space. And this is the back of the model. So I just kind of pulled what the floor plan looks like and how everything changed because of all the other changes that we made. It does change the back of the house as well. So just showing what happens with the covered porch and all of that space. And you've got that cedar truss that is just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Everybody loves so much with that cathedral ceiling. And this is what the back of the house would look like on the standard plan. So still good size back porch, just not quite as high of a ceiling. And this is just a close up of the porch to give you an idea of how much space you get and how many windows you have. Again, just so much natural light and so many windows in this space, and also showing that, your entry into the home off of the rear porch is in that dining space is where you're coming in.
And it does swing out. You can see the hinges here. You're looking on the outside so that it doesn't swing into your dining space. If you want to change that, you can. Just be mindful that it is going to swing into your dining space.
Yeah, definitely when you're reviewing plans, check all of the door swings and make sure that everything is going the way you want it to, because it's not as easy to switch it after the fact as it is to do it before we build it. And then this is what that base rear porch would look like. So very similar layout, again, just not as high of a ceiling. All right. And that is the Angelina.
For sure.
We had a couple more questions. Samantha is asking if we can answer a finance question about credit. Absolutely. Let us know your question. We can
certainly try. We can certainly try.
Natalie is asking if you want to install lights that you purchase separately, will they do that?
The answer is no, Natalie. We cannot do that, unfortunately, because it has to do, and I'm sure they're very nice, and maybe they got them at a very easy. What starts to get sticky is warranty stuff. So we don't have any leverage with the manufacturer. If something happens with the light fixtures, and then we have found in the past when we did this years ago, that it always gets into this kind of back and forth between some obscure manufacturer saying, "Oh no, they were just installed wrong," and us saying, "No, they're installed fine." They're in anyway. So we have had much better luck.
You get into this, and the customer's in the middle, and we don't like.
And we have no leverage. If we get into this with our supplier, that's a very simple solution, and you never feel a bump in the road. We have leverage with them. We can say, "Oh well, some you win some, you lose some. So you're going to help us out on this one, or we're going to have a very short relationship." We don't have that when it's a one-off like this situation. And so, and a lot of times the electricians, their insurance, we have found these days, they've same issues. Some of these light fixtures that people are buying off Wayfair or Amazon or some of these other places, they're manufactured not in a great facility, and then they end up causing fires or issues, and the electrician and more so their insurance companies end up being on the hook. And so a lot of insurance companies in the last 2 years have put a big King's X on, hey, is this part, page 14, subsection B of your insurance says you will not install fixtures that are not provided by your wholesaler. So it is truly against a lot of their insurance policies to do that. Something to think about.
All right. Juan is asking, what model are y'all building in Angleton? So we're actually building two. We are building an Arlington and a Refugio. So 2 very nice little plants. We're very excited about that. We should be pouring foundations soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Tiffany is asking, would the master closet dimensions change depending on the garage selection?
It doesn't seem to. I've been playing with the custom options since you asked that question, and I don't see that it does. What it does do is that you certainly could, if you wanted to, very easily have a 12 by 12 closet. So the garage, when it adds it, it kind of adds like a little, almost like a workshop area right in front of the master closet, which you could pretty easily take in as closet instead of garage. That's a battle that I'll let you and the common man have out. I guess it's going to be a very short battle. Sounds like
My money's on Tiffany.
all day, all day.
Yeah, very good. Trying to see if I can pull that up for her so we can show
Yeah,
her.
I have it on I did the main work copy one, so not one we want to
Yeah,
throw up. It's too detailed and doesn't make any sense to
too much stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But
I'll
that's why
share.
it could easily be 12 feet, 12 by 12 if you did it that way.
Yeah, so here are the options. So when you add the garage,
That part.
so this is the front load one, and this is that space that Eric is talking about that you could actually steal that as garage. I mean, as closet, so you could pull that forward. But that is the two car garage option. The side load, which is the one that we have on the model. But what actually made it the biggest is when you put that alternate master bath on it. Is what made it, when you start combining the things, that's what made it so big. So, which for some reason I cannot do on the website.
You can't do it, and you can't do it on the work copy either. The custom options.
Yeah, it's fun. We're figuring that out. I'm negotiating that with the team that you'll be able to do it. But yeah, you can build. We're custom builders, so we can do anything.
You can do anything. Yeah, you just owe the difference between the living area space and the garage space. So we give credit for the garage space and just charge the difference so you could have the air conditioned space and all that kind of good stuff. Flooring.
We've got Samantha asking, what is the minimum credit score?
Okay, typically it's about 640. I think we do have a lender or two out there that can go down to a 620 credit score minimum. And if you're kind of hovering somewhere even near there, in the 595 to 600 range, we've got some folks on staff there at the mortgage companies that can help you, walk you through what you would need to do to get that up to a 620 or 640 to get you qualified. So don't give up hope if you're below the 640 or the 620.
Okay, awesome.
Life happens. We get it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some time to help you correct that. So, all right, that is all the questions I see.
Awesome. Well, that was a great way to start out the new year. So, folks, thank you all so much for watching. Jason stole. We didn't post a question Jason asked way earlier, like the 208 mark. Down in the chat about the Tampico, and it's a matter of opinion. But at the 208.29 mark, I don't know. You can't scroll down, can you? Are you able to scroll down?
I can.
See, guys, Dawn sees things that I can't see because she's an administrator, as they say.
This one, Jason. Okay. Sorry about that. We visited the Waco Park this past week and fell in love with the Tampico. Mariah was also fantastic. My question is, are the espresso colored cabinets black or a very dark brown? And
that's where I would say you get into a matter of opinion. That's why I want to bring this up, because we're going to talk about black cabinets and black being an option. And I can see, like, you can ask Dawn and me, and I can say they're black, and she can say they're dark brown. And so it's going to be a matter of opinion. I don't know, Jason, if you're buying this with a significant other, which means it probably won't be your opinion if you are buying it.
Maybe a matter of opinion and a matter of lighting.
Right. So it's something to say, like, if it works for you, do it. But if you're looking for an actual true black, then you need to go down that path and investigate that. But if that will get it done for you, that might be a pretty cost-effective way to do it.
Yeah. So we can let the chat vote. What say y'all? Is that black or very dark brown?
Yeah. Against white paint and white tile,
it looks black.
Looks black. Yeah.
Now, if you put something black next to it,
right,
probably would be dark brown.
That's what I wanted to go back and visit that. That and the Tampico is an absolute rock star of a house.
Yes. But yeah.
And
I
yes,
don't, I don't
Mariah is
know.
fantastic. That's actually a documented fact. She was a national award winner in
She
Las
is,
Vegas
yes.
for being an awesome sales consultant. So undisputed national champion.
Yes. She is amazing. We love her.
Okay, so that was the only thing I saw that we did.
Okay.
All right, so
She says it's a matter of what the boss lady wants, and he also wants you to know he's headed to Whataburger.
yeah, well, I was forced. I
You
was
never
forced to the
live in that
Whataburger
town.
yesterday, Jason. You'd be impressed. I started the first day of 2024 in Whataburger. That's what the universe. That's what I get for throwing that out there. And by the way,
You
they
made
ran out
them
of
run
French
out of
fries.
French fries.
They ran out of French fries. Whataburger in Lampasas, Texas, 12:45 in the afternoon, out of French fries. Just saying. Though that it was across the street, McDonald's. You know who probably had French fries? McDonald's. Just saying. Unpopular opinions. Welcome to 2024.
No.
Junior A. Ruiz said, I love trying to get.
I'm trying to get you to build a home. My issue is the price per square foot.
Well, yeah, that's we need to look at the overall price. I wouldn't look at price per square foot if I were you. Mostly because homes aren't built by the square foot; they're built on fixed pricing. So, like all your labor, all of your materials, those kind of things are not done by the square foot. You would be well served, Mr. Ruiz, to not shop based on price per square foot. And we have a whole slew of videos I can tell you why, but basically speaking, houses should vary in square footage pricing. Some houses are more complicated than others. We have houses that range probably $80 a square foot difference in our own portfolio. We got houses probably in the 160 to 180 range, and we got houses up in the 300 range per square foot. That's why you don't shop per square foot, because they're not priced that way. So.
Yeah. And if you are working, talking to builders who are pricing by square foot, please be very careful to find out what they are including in their square footage that they're quoting you. Because sometimes it's not living area. It's also including all slab. A lot of them quote you unfinished space, unfinished spaces as well. So your garage and your porches are going to be included in their calculation of square foot. They're using square foot of concrete and not actually living area. So make sure you know exactly what they're quoting you.
For sure. Great advice.
They are telling you that.
And man, by the way, we gotta watch these guys over here. They got their wives. Kathy's watching Jason. I mean, we got people. Y'all be mindful. Be mindful.
We got Jason asking if we build outdoor fireplaces.
So we do, Jason. We do it on porches. What I'm assuming you're asking. We don't do like a separate outdoor like gazebo or fire pit or something like that. But on our porches, yes, we do offer outdoor fireplaces. I know Miss Basden was on earlier. They've got a beautiful one on their home that we built for them. And then, yeah, I mean, it is an outdoor wood burning fireplace. And man, guys, y'all be careful.
They're being good mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. Be careful, little mouths, what you say. Be careful, little fingers, what you type.
No. They're probably sitting next to each other.
Y'all are awesome. Yeah, exactly. He's like, he's going to be very unimpressed. It sounds like, yeah, same song, different verse. Happy New Year.
Well, he's the one that said it's a matter of whatever the boss lady wants.
100%.
So,
100%. Man, you don't get 32 years of bliss by being an idiot. Trust me.
You learn real quick.
Yes, you do. All right. So a little bit of Thunderstone. We are building both. Like Don said, we got 2 miles underway. Here's what's going on. That's in Angleton. So we've got those going on, the Furio and the Abilene. And then in Republic Grand Ranch. Pardon?
Furio and Arlington.
Arlington, sorry, Arlington, not the Abilene. We're back.
Yep.
We're back. The A's are getting to me. Yeah, the Arlington.
I know. I did it earlier. I actually read the wrong one, so it's fine.
Literacy wasn't on my New Year's resolutions. Not my jam. So then we got, like I said, the Lone Star going up in Republic Grand Ranch. So I just saw some more, and it's Casita going with it. I saw some pictures that Kobe just sent that it's the the rafters are going up. So that's going to be beautiful out there.
Yeah.
We can start doing some maybe by appointment views. If y'all want to set appointments with our team in Texas Grand Ranch at our Huntsville Design Center, we could probably start making that happen. Sorry, I just told you that, Huntsville team. That's there's my way of doing that. And those are the main things that are going on. I think we're about to start doing some work on the sales center in San Marcos. So be mindful of that. We got a little progress underway there. And I can't think of anything. We got some seminars going on.
We do. We have the first seminars of the year this weekend, one in spring and one in Waxahachie. And then next weekend, we actually have our first Muddy Boots tour in a customer home. So that's going to be out in Sealy, Texas. So check out our website. You can register for that. We still have a few spaces available. We are almost full. So if that is something that you want to see, go and register for that. And then we also have one. It's not live yet, but we'll have one up in North Texas later this month as well.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Check the
Very
website.
excited. So it's a great opportunity to go and see the houses before we put up sheetrock, so you can see what everything looks like. Because really, that's what's the most important, guys, is everything that we do before we start putting in the pretty stuff.
Awesome. So let's see. Danny hasn't been caught yet, he says, by his wife.
Yeah, he's still waiting for his wife to catch him. Jacqueline is
Danny,
curious about
she just hasn't
mortgage
told you
insurance.
yet.
That's true. That's true.
How's more? Yes, I can do it. Very simple. So mortgage insurance is an insurance policy that the mortgage company takes out on you, or more specifically, the loan, but it's really on you.
And you pay for it.
And you pay for it. Yeah. So basically what it is there are very few mortgage insurance companies left in the United States, like 3 after the great financial crisis of 07, 08, 09. Most of them went under. There's 2 or 3 left, I think 3, that actually sell insurance. In other words, what it means is that if you default on the mortgage and the foreclosure will still go against you and you'll still be a default. So that's not good. But also what it is, the mortgage company can turn to that insurance company and say, hey, remember that policy we bought on these folks? So they defaulted and we need you to pay us for the mortgage. Thanks. So that's exactly what mortgage insurance is. It is required on all FHA deals. It is required on conventional loans, your Fannie Mae guideline stuff, on anything less than 80%, anything more than 80% loan to value, anything less than 20% equity. If you have less than 20% equity, you're most likely going to have mortgage insurance. It can be taken off once you hit that 20% equity mark. So you can go back to them once you've made some payments, or the value of the home increases to the degree that you now have more than 20% equity in, and you can get that mortgage insurance taken off of your monthly payment. Unless, like I said, your FHA, it is required. They don't care how much equity you got, you will have mortgage insurance.
All right. And then Jason has given us a compliment. He's very sweet.
Thanks,
Happy New Year to you as well. And that's what we're here for, is to give you guys, we've learned that the more we tell you and the more transparent we are, the happier customers we have, because there's a lot of things that can happen when you're building a home. So we like to let you guys know about them.
Very much so. All right. So thank you all for watching. Again, we got a lot more content coming this year. Very excited about what 2024 has in store for us and for you guys. A lot of opportunities will be out there. We will be here each and every week, making your life hopefully a little bit easier, certainly a little laughter if that's all you get. And
you'll at least get your money's worth out of watching the show. You'll get back what you paid.
Every single time, guaranteed. So jump in and watch us. And until then, we will soon hope make you guys part of the Tilson family. We'll holler at y'all later.
Everybody.